So the reason why you are not scaling your agency or whatever business you run as fast as you would like to scale it isn't because of your niche, it's not because of your offer, it's not because of your cold email script or your lead source or any of this. Your operational efficiency, it's none of that stuff. Of course, those things can add up and those things can affect or like generate growth when done properly. But for 95% of the people watching this video, it is actually way simpler than that. It actually is just one thing. And I know, sounds like a bold claim, but I'm going to prove it to you in a bit. And that's why we today are going to be talking about what no one tells you about scaling fast and why you are sabotaging your own success, you know? And this is something that has unfortunately taken me way too long to understand. The first maybe 5 years of my career, didn't really get it. But now for the past few years, I have been able to get it. And it has made me a lot of money, you know? We have scaled multiple businesses to 7 figures, worked with amazing companies, some of the biggest companies in our industry, generated tens of millions of dollars for our clients, tens of thousands of meetings booked, blah, 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 blah. In our mastermind, we have had like hundreds of people in there. We have like amazing growth marketers in there, done like cool events, cool shit, fucking helps people go to 10, 20, 30, 50, 100,000, whatever a month. And yeah, life's just great. And I would say that one of the main reasons is for this one thing, you know? And I also know that I never wear hats on my YouTube videos. Today, I just wanted to have it on because this just came in the mail and it's pretty cool, but I'm not gonna wear it on this video. It was just for the intro. It was like a clickbait. Damn, a hat debut. But yeah, so this is gonna be really valuable for you if you run a business and you're not a complete beginner, because for most people, like when you are just starting out and you're at $0 a month or like you're making $1,000 a month, it's like the reason why you are not scaling and why you are not making more is just productivity and discipline. Like 99% of the cases, you might think you're productive and you might be productive in shit that doesn't matter. But yeah, when you just learn to focus on the right things and do enough of that consistently, you're gonna scale to 10,000 a month. But after you have surpassed this point, this is going to be really important to understand. It's going to help you a lot. And yeah, this is pretty much what we're going to be talking about. And this applies to any business, not just agencies. I just know that most of the people who watch my videos are agency owners. And obviously, agency game is my field of expertise. So that's why I use the word agency. But no matter what business you run, this is going to be applicable for that. And yeah, so if we go here on my sheet of paper that we're going to be writing on, like a lot of people think, or most people think, the reason why they don't scale is because their niche, their offer, their funnel, their ops, their SOPs, their team, their pricing, their whatever, you know? Like fucking doesn't matter. Like really rarely it is these things. Like I said in the beginning, these things can impact the efficiency of your business. But if this one thing isn't correct, it's not going to work. The actual thing that it actually matters is speed or velocity, you know? If you know our mastermind, it's called agency velocity. And this is the main reason for it, because agencies grow through velocity. And you probably everyone has heard the quote, money loves speed. So money loves speed. And you think, holy shit, that's a crazy cliche. I have heard that a million times. But the reason why it's a cliche is not because it's like just some fucking dumb cliche. And why can't I fucking make this italic? That's crazy. For some reason, it doesn't turn into italic. But the reason why it's a cliche isn't because someone just came up with it, but it's because it's actually true. Like that's how cliches actually happen. Like people say something that is true and then people start repeating it. It becomes a cliche when you hear it enough of time. Money loves speed, but what does it actually matter? A great example of this is 3 days ago, we were on a meeting with our team, or actually with one of our team members. Me and him, we were on a meeting, and we just had a discovery call with a prospect, and we were just like always after the call, we just stay in the call, just like debrief each other, just share our thoughts. Okay, is this a prospect we want to take on? Do we want to offer them a deal? Do we want to work with them or not? We always like to do that small back and forth. And after that, I started talking. It's like, hey, like you remember the offer that we ran like beginning of the year, like 6 months ago? We were running this test for this one random offer, and it absolutely like fucking printed. Like I think the first week we did like 30 calls, 28 calls, something like that. But we never actually ended up like really capitalizing on it because we didn't have the right angle, we didn't have the right process, our offer wasn't really positioned the correct way. So those meetings really never turned into anything. And I told him, like, if you remember, do you remember that fucking angle that we run? It's like, I actually thought about it, like, if we positioned it like this, it would probably work like hella well. I know that some companies in the space are already doing it with this positioning and it's working really well for them. I know that they're like printing. So we just fucking should run it back and do it again, but just do it with this positioning and now do it better this time. And then he was like, yeah, 100%, like, sounds fucking fantastic. I'm like, okay, bet, let's do it. So that same evening, like, it was like 6 p.m. when we had that meeting. That same evening, we had already fucking mapped out the whole offer, mapped out half of the sales deck, fucking mapped out the campaigns, scraped the lead list, built them, and they were like ready to launch. We launched Saturday, and today is Sunday, and we have already booked our first meetings. We have built all the CRMs, all the funnels, blah, 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 blah. Everything has already been built. Of course, not perfectly. It's not perfect because we only had like fucking 48 hours to do it. But it's like 2 days from the decision, okay, we're going to execute it, we're already booking meetings, we're already booking calls, you know? Took some old domains that we had sitting on the back burner, just ripped through them. It's like not even our company name, it's like old agency name that we're ripping them on. Doesn't matter, you know? Like most people, when they get an idea, they're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's like they sit and wait and they try to make it perfect, try to make sure it's like perfect market conditions. I'll start when it's this, and I'll do it when it's this, and I'll start when it's the perfect time, you know? They just fucking sit on their ass and do nothing. And the reason is because doing something is fucking scary. You don't want to do it. What if you make the wrong decision and you commit to something and suddenly, boom, it's like you have to do something. You actually have to do the hard work. You actually have to go to a sales call. You actually have to fulfill. You actually have to fucking pitch. You have to get objections. Like, no, it's like, I would way rather stay here and plan the perfect strategy, you know? Like a lot of people do that, you know? I hear it a lot of times. Someone comes with a super sick offer idea and they're like, I'm going to run this offer. I'm going to run this campaign. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to update my VSL. And then like 2 months later, I'm like, yo, bro, where's your VSL? And they're like, I'm still like coming up with the idea. I'm still coming up with the headline. I'm still fucking planning the angle. I'm still like, I'm doing some market research. Like, no. Like, yeah, of course, fucking do market research, but fucking launch the campaigns, you know? Don't wait around. So it's like, and this is how we have been operating for a long time, just with speed. Like an idea comes, boom, next day we're already launching it, we're already making money from it, like next week. It's like for a lot of people, they come up with an idea for an offer. It's like, hey, maybe we should do this. They first spend a week planning it, going back and forth. Then they spend 2 weeks like warming up some new perfect domains. Then they spend a few weeks building a funnel, writing a VSL, hiring a designer for the funnel, and doing some fucking, implementing some CRM automations and doing some market research and doing this and that and fucking doing all of these things. Like 6 weeks later, they maybe launch something. 6 weeks later, when you launch, we have already signed fucking 4 clients. It's like you can't win someone who operates at this level. And I know there's people who operate 10 times faster than me, you know? Like fucking, it's like I have friends who are way faster than I am with this shit. So I know it can go even harder. But yeah, people are just low and that's why they don't make money. And now it's like really easy for you to think, this doesn't really apply to me. Like this doesn't really make sense. Like I'm fast. I fucking take action. I execute on shit. But actually, go back to your calendar. Go back to your notes. Go back to whatever method you use to track your thoughts and ideas and actions and to-do lists and shit like this. And go back like 8 weeks and look at it. Have you actually been executing shit as fast as you can? Have you actually been launching campaigns? Have you been writing fucking VSLs? Have you been actually doing shit as fast as you could? Could you have done more? Could you have done it faster? Did you put in some cozy, low leverage tasks just so you could feel productive but not actually do shit? Like if you answer to that question 100% honestly, I guarantee you that 99% of the viewers of this video are going to say, yes, actually, I didn't execute as fast as I possibly could. You know, fucking normal. So, of course, one really important thing here is if we think about the fact that money loves speed and like executing fast actually makes you more money. It's of course really important to understand why this happens. I think it's really easy to just hear something like this or understand something like this and just think, yeah, that's a fact. Like money loves speed. That's just how life fucking goes. But then it's like there's no backing behind it. You don't really understand why it happens. So it's really hard to operate based on it because it's not like you don't really believe it. You know it's probably true, but you don't really believe it. So why does actually money love speed? Why does executing fast actually make you more money? So after doing some deep pondering and self-reflection and some ideating, I was able to come up with 3 main points. There might be more, but 3 main points why this happens. It's really simple. First of all, reason why money loves speed is because of momentum. You know, momentum pretty much just means actions breed more actions. You know, it's like removes friction and decision. Friction disappears. Or like when you're moving at speed and you're building momentum, you're getting these small wins and you're like every single day you're like building momentum, fucking executing. Like it's going to start becoming like way easier to make decisions because you already have the momentum, you know? It's like actions breed more actions. It's like really easy to build this momentum up, like slowly, step by step. And then it's like really hard to stop when you have built the momentum. But then if you stop, it's going to be fucking 10 times harder to get back. And what a lot of people do is they fucking stop like twice a week. So they have like a day where they don't do nothing, and then it's the weekend, and then they have like one day where they like just fuck around and do some dumb shit. It's like they're stopping like every 2-3 days. So they have zero momentum. So it's extremely hard for them to actually start again to work on something, you know? Like, have you ever had a situation happen where you like come up with a sick idea and you have really good momentum and you start building on it and everything just like locks in place, and you like, when you go to bed in the evening, like it's the only thing you can think about. It's like, fuck, I can't wait to work on this tomorrow. It's like you can't get it out of your head. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, holy shit, like I'm so ready to work on this. And you're like, are just in flow. Everything is like effortless. It's like a decision comes, like no worries, boom, I go and do. Or like something happens, okay, no worries, I'll fix this. I'll just keep doing it, you know? Like you build this amazing momentum. But then something happens, you go on vacation, you get sick, you go and get drunk, and then the next day it's like, fuck, I can't be asked to work on this anymore. And pretty much what has happened in that scenario is you have killed your momentum, you know? And you can probably go on Google and find out like some great definition for momentum and like some great scientific formula. I actually tried to build one, and I built one, but I didn't want to like present it here because it's pretty cryptic and I don't think anyone else cares than me of like how like the formula of velocity and growth through velocity works. But momentum is super fucking important, and it's like one of the number one things. It like builds the base for everything you do, all the decision makes, all the activities, like all the actions that you do, just staying consistent overall. Like momentum is the base for everything. Second thing, why money loves speeds is opportunity cost. You know, the economics of opportunity cost. Like, if you are slow, you are literally losing money. You know, because you could be making money by doing the thing, you know, like the same thing. Like if we had waited 4 weeks to launch the new angle/offer, whatever you want to call it, we would have lost all the money we are about to make in the next 4 weeks. You know, and we would have also lost the momentum. So, of course, right now, I'm not going to tell you that we're going to make $1 million in the next 4 weeks. Just to be super clear, we're not going to make $1 million in the next 4 weeks. But we are predicting to make an extra 60 to 75 grand. Like that's what we are predicting it based on the call numbers and based on everything. I could be totally fucking wrong. We could make $0, you know, but once again, if you calculate the probabilities and all of these things, it's going to make way more sense. But we have this great offer. We know we can book a tons of calls for it. We can book 20, 30 calls a week for it. We know it sells. We know how to sell it. We have already got the market validation that it actually, like people want it. There's demand for it. So let's say in the next 4 weeks, we go and we book 50 calls. And then I get like an absolutely trash closing rate and I close like 3 deals from it, you know, and we make an extra 30 grand minimum without any performance fees, no upsells, no cross sells, nothing. We make an extra 30 grand. Let's say we would have waited 4 weeks to perfect this offer. We would have lost that $30,000. That waiting 4 weeks and trying to perfect and optimize everything would have literally cost us 30 grand, you know? Fucking $30,000 by not just moving fast. Crazy. So opportunity cost. And this of course goes in the way bigger picture. It's like if there's a trend or a wave or something, it's like something is like really ripping. It's like right now it's like really good state in the market. Market is not super sophisticated for some kind of an offer or some kind of mechanism, whatever it might be. It's like every single day that you are not working on selling that offer or fucking getting more customers or hiring that team or doing whatever, you are just losing money. Like you could be making money now, but you're fucking watching this video. This is opportunity cost. Or of course you're gonna learn this amazing thing from this video, which is going to make you more money in the future. So it's actually a pretty high ROI investment. But you know what I fucking mean. And then step number 3 is going to be competitive edge. So imagine you are competing against someone who executes 10 times faster than you. Even if they start later than you start, even if they have less resources to start out with, whatever, that person is going to catch up with you fast as hell. Imagine you both get the idea for the same offer today, and then you wait 4 weeks to launch the campaigns and do the funnels and get the first sales calls, and the other person is getting sales calls 2 days deep. Like they are going to be they are going to beat you, because it's not just a 30-day time frame where they're going to catch up to you. If they continue by executing fast, if they always are 10 times faster or 4 times faster, 3 times faster, over the span of a year or 10 years, imagine how much shit that they have gotten done compared to you. You know? It's like crazy. Like they're going to obliterate you, you know? Like business is completely PvP. For you to win, someone has to lose, and the losing isn't always like that they lose money, that that it costs them money to compete against you. What it pretty much just means that, for example, for you to close a deal, for you to close a client, someone else has to lose that client. Someone else is trying to sell that client as well, and now they won't be able to sell to that client because the client already spent the money with you, or maybe they fired their old agency to work with you. You know, for you to win, someone else has to lose. It's super PvP, super crazy. Of course, this is more of a macro thing and not a micro thing. Like if you're in a mastermind, we all still like to work with each other and help each other out, because we know that overall, the better all of us do, the more money there's going to be in the market grows, more demand grows, and then the people who are supplying the service make more money, yada, yada, yada. But on a macro level, like there are going to be people, they want to take your clients, they want to take your case studies, they want to take your team members, they want to like beat your niche, they want to be fucking like, they want to crush you, they want to absolutely destroy you, you know? Like I can say for a fact, I want to destroy every single competitor of ours. I want to take all of their clients, I want to take all their best employees, everything that I can, I want to take, you know? And that's just how business works, you know? Like that's what sometimes it's super funny. It's like in our mastermind, it's like someone asks me like, hey, like I don't know what I should do here. Like someone else is working with this company already, and I don't want them to fire the agency. So I was like, why? It's like, if you are better, fucking take that client. And you know, once again, it's like in a micro term, if you have friends who run an agency or if you know some people, you don't have to try to destroy them. There's enough of money in the market for all of you and all of your friends and your friend group to make enough of money. But once again, on a macro level, that's the attitude that you have to have, you know? Like you go on LinkedIn, everyone is like, fucking, oh, my great friend, this and that. It's like, fuck no. It's like, no. You are competing. You have to win that person to grow. And a great way to win is just be faster, you know? If you're 10 times faster than your competition, you're gonna naturally beat them, as long as everything else is equal or even close to equal. It's like that's what's gonna happen. So the main takeaway that I want you to take from this video is the reason why money loves speed is, first of all, momentum, second of all, opportunity cost, and third of all, competitive edge. Like all these things come from you just executing fast. So keep this in mind. Every single time when you have some kind of an idea or something that is clearly high leverage, and of course, once again, there's nuance. You have to take some risk analysis. You have to make sure that you understand what you're stepping into. You have to understand the investment. You have to understand all of these things. You have to understand, like, this doesn't mean that you just fucking hop into every single shiny object syndrome. Of course, there's going to be a long-term business strategy that you have to follow. It's like these things have to be in place. But inside your business strategy, if in your business strategy you have like, okay, we're gonna fucking launch new campaigns to get more clients, it's like launch those campaigns faster than you're launching them right now. If right now you're launching a new cold email campaign every 2 weeks, just fucking launch one every 3 days. It's because like that's what your competition is doing, and they're gonna take your clients. So you better be faster. You better be doing more. And I know this sounds like the really typical hustle porn of work more, work faster, blah blah blah. But this is like actually a thing that a lot of people are missing out on. It's like I'm not trying to do some motivational speech here. I'm just trying to share something that has massively impacted my life in business. You know, like just making decisions fast. Like you are a business owner. Like it's crazy. Like sometimes it's like you're in a sales call and you're pitching something. Maybe you have like a downsell offer. It's like super small downsell. It's like you don't really care. You're just throwing it out there. It's like for like $1,000 or something. And then like a CEO of a 7-figure business tells you, we'll have to think about it. I'll ponder upon it. Like I'll sleep on it. It's like, what? What kind of a fucking business owner are you if you can't make a decision on $1,000 purchase like in 24 hours? It's like, what the fuck? How can't you make the decision? And of course, once again, it's like someone might get upset about it, but it's crazy. It's like, just make the decision. It's going to be more expensive for you to keep thinking about it than just making the decision and being wrong. If you are like, if you're thinking about investing $1,000 into something and every single day you're thinking about it, like, should I spend $1,000 on this? Should I spend $1,000 on that? Should I spend this $1,000 in the summer? If you think about it every single day for fucking 20 minutes, 30 minutes here and there, and it's actually consuming your fucking brain capacity, and you're actually spending your decision-making like power in the pondering upon this, it's like really quickly, if you think about it for a week, like it is literally like, even if you don't buy it, you're still losing money. It's like literally more profitable to just fucking decide. And even if you're wrong, at least you didn't waste a week thinking about something so small. It's crazy. Like, should I fucking go to the gym today? It's like, go or don't. It's not that deep, bro. Just fucking wild. Yeah, like how can you run a business? How can you make $10 million? Because maybe that's your goal, or 100 million or $1 billion, if you can't decide of what you're going to eat for lunch. If you can't decide what shirt are you going to wear in the morning. If you can't make these decisions and if you can't execute simple shit like this at speed, you are never going to make it. And yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I hope it was valuable. I don't know if it was. It's like 12 a.m., p.m., whatever. Middle of the night out here. I'm about to go to sleep. And I just want to rip this out there before I do that. So I hope it was valuable. If it wasn't, fuck me, I guess. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.